All right, so I am here inside Descript, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a recording, and I'm going to use the screen because I'm going to record my screen while I'm showing something, and I have my camera in the background, which will be really nice because then I can, see myself as I'm explaining things. FaceTime HD camera, that's the camera on my computer, the display screen, MacBook Air. I think we're ready to go. Here we go. Record the full screen. All right. Cool. I think we're ready to rock. Let's check one thing here. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm here to explain the screencast project that we're going to be doing for first year seminar in the next couple of classes. And the idea is that you're going to take that stress management plan that you've been working on over the last couple of classes, and you're going to take all of that and explain it in a 3-minute video. Now, I don't want you to be reading to me. I want this to come across as much as possible as a conversation with the camera, where you're showing to the camera, just you and your computer, what is going on. And so, oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, should be fixed now. All right, where was I? Right, the video. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take that chart that you've been working on over the last couple of classes that was 2 situations that cause you stress in the moment, 2 situations that cause you stress related to organization, priorities, executive management skills. And what we're looking for you to do is explain the 2 situations, starting first with part 1, where you're managing stress in the moment. You know you're stressed, so how do you reduce your stress in that moment? What are the tools and strategies that you're going to use? We also want you to show your understanding of how parts of the brain, neurotransmitters, hormones, and other environmental factors maybe are involved before the strategy. Sorry, what? Now? It's the end of class? No, I'm recording a screencast. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. Yep. Okay, thanks. Before the strategy and after the strategy, what's going on in your brain? Okay. Before I get to part 2, I think it's time for a dance party. All right, I think that's good. Cool. So that's that. Part 2. So part 2. In part 2, using the part 2 of your stress management plan, we want you to explain the situations that stress you out that are related to organization, priorities, executive functioning, and we want you to show the tools and strategies that you're going to use. Maybe you've been using them or you're going to use them moving forward to address those stress situations. We also want you to show parts of the system on the screen. We also want you to show those systems on the screen. So for example, if you're using something in Google Calendar, or maybe you're using a task management strategy, maybe you're using a task management strategy that is really cool. Or maybe you're doing something on your phone that you want to show off. Whatever it is, we want you to show it on the screen and talk through what that system is. We also want you to show parts of the brain, neurotransmitters, hormones, just like with part 1, and explain how those are involved both before the strategy and after. We want you to show parts of the brain, neurotransmitters, hormones, and any other factors that are involved while you use that strategy, and just show that you understand how all those things work. So again, conversation. You're going to be using Descript to edit it down to a 3-minute video or less. It's a really cool tool. I think you'll enjoy it. And with that, I think that's everything. Have fun. So this is really cool, all on your computer, and you can see almost instantly we have the full transcript of everything I said. Now we want to edit this down to just the important parts. That's the power of having a tool like this. You can see on the right-hand side I have my video. I have my own camera view. I can make that bigger and smaller. There are lots of controls there. And on the left-hand side, I have the transcript. Now, what I want to show you is that the parts of the transcript are matched to the parts of the video. So here's the starting point of the whole video. All right. You can see that that is not really something I need in my screencast. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to delete that whole part. And now my screencast just starts. I'm here to explain the screencast. Okay. You're not going to get it right the first time, but that's the whole point. You can use this to edit it down and get it down to the most important parts. So if you go to this, we can kind of go to the text. I like this explanation. And this was the part I got distracted, so I don't need that part anymore. Okay, so I can just take this entire part, delete it, and let's see how that comes across in the video. Your computer, what you're going to do is you can see that part is totally gone now, all of that extra stuff. And so let's go through and take out the other stuff that we don't need. This was the part where I talked about before the strategy and then something interrupted me. Sorry, what? Okay, so I'm going to take that part. And here I have to make the decision. So I have this part before the strategy, and after. So let's just get rid of that other part. Before the strategy and after the strategy, what's going on in your brain? Okay, cool. And I don't really need the dance party, so I'm going to edit that whole part. Let's see how that sounds. So part two. In part two, so let's just delete that part. Part two, using the part two of your stress management. See how that sounds? Brain. Using the part two of your stress management plan, we want you to explain the situations that stress you out that are related to organization priorities, executive functioning, and we want you to show the. Okay, this is good. So here is a filler word. And we don't really need that in there. So one way I can do this is I can actually highlight it and just hit delete. You notice Descript is kind of cool. Anywhere that there is a filler word, it highlights it, so you can just delete those. There's also a cool way that you can get about that. So what I'll do is a 2-finger click on that word. We can actually go to remove filler words. Little word comes up, and so you can just do remove all, because there are 3 of them, so it deletes those. The other thing that's kind of cool is you can go in and you can shorten word gaps. So sometimes there are gaps in how long I speak. Maybe they're longer than 3 seconds. So you can go in and let's say anything that is 1 second or more, let's shorten to just 0.4 seconds. Okay, so shorten all. That goes through and gets every single little moment when I pause maybe more than I want to and just deletes it all by itself. Let's take a look here. So it's gotten rid of some of that. It's a really cool tool. I think you'll enjoy it. And let's just delete that part, go to have fun. And so I'm going to get rid of this part. And so here I'm repeating something because maybe I didn't like the way it says. Let's see how it sounds. Calendar, or maybe you're using a task management strategy. Maybe you're using, I said that a little funny, so I'm going to just get rid of that part. Maybe you're using task management strategy. It's really cool. Really cool. We want, or maybe you're, and so let's just go get rid of that. We won't. Maybe you're doing something on your phone that you want to show off. Whatever it is, we want you to show it on the screen, talk through it. So it is a good idea for you to watch the entire video, see how it is. I know it's a little uncomfortable to watch yourself, but it's a really great tool, and I think you're going to find pretty quickly that it's going to make it much easier for you to get down to the most important parts of what it is you're saying. Talk through what it is you're going to be doing moving forward. All right, that's it. Have a great time.